possible, but it takes time. Same thing with investments, especially in a market. When it goes up, it goes down. You have to definitely hold on more or buy more, double down on the downside.
So that's a great segue, because obviously the second popular question is about the economic uncertainties and our what we like to call retirement readiness.
Right.
And you've kind of touched on that, where historically the S&P's return is like 6 to 8% for like the past 100 years, right?
Or even more if you hold on certain positions. But yeah, on average,
Correct, right? Since like 2000 in the whole boom, the thing is up like 1,000%.
Yeah.
Whatever Google it, guys.
For sure.
Why do people lose money if the stock market goes from left to right?
It really just comes down to emotional. It's just emotions. It's when they're at a point in their life where they feel, you know what, I'm going to tap out. This number went from this to that, and I just can't stomach it. And then it always happens. I mean, how many times you sit down with people and they're like, man, if I would have held that stock, if I would have held that mutual fund, I would have doubled my money. I would have made 30%. But I just panicked and I was scared to lose it, so I sold it.
So what do you think a remedy to that is?
If you hire a professional to help manage it for you, this way they let them do the thinking to get the emotion out of it, I think you'll be a lot better than doing it yourself. Because you're already working, you're taking care of your family, you're trying to live this, you're trying to live your life already. It's not what you do for a living. So then to try to work in that world part-time, it's almost like being a part-time plumber.
Correct.
Yeah, that's how I look at it.
So a lot of successful humans, like Mark Wahlberg is like a popular one. Like the dude wakes up like 3 a.m., which is completely unrealistic. I'm not waking up at 3 a.m.
I wake up at 3:30.
It's because you have the jitters of the dark. You can't sleep for more than 5 hours. But for the rest of us,
Yeah, for sure.
I'm not waking up at 3 a.m. And that's fine.
Uh-huh.
So for the individuals that go, oh no, I could do it myself, DIY, sure, that's cool
Yeah.
if you want. So if you want to do it yourself, it's another acronym, DCA, dollar cost averaging, that can help mitigate some
sure.
of that uneasiness, right? You can set it and forget it. Don't look at it and just let it do what it does.
Right.
Because your emotions go up and down like the stock market. And for whatever reason, your emotions go the highest when the stock market is the lowest. And next thing you know, you're pulling out of investments and taking unnecessary losses. And then they rebound, they double, triple, whatever the number is, it doesn't matter. But as long as you can minimize your losses and mitigate the risks, you can obviously maximize your return.
I mean, everyone that's going to make money, unless you're day trading, which everyone always tells you about.
99% of those guys.
Yeah, they tell you more about the wins. No one tells you about the losses, right? You never hear.
You know what's so messy about day trading? You can technically win a lot.
Yeah.
Technically. But when you lose,
you're done.
Like when you lose, you're gonna wipe out all the gains.
It's like going to the casino. Correct. Everyone always tells you,
I was up,
won it big.
Like $5,000.
But no one ever tells you about the losses.
They gave me that second
For sure.
drink.
Same thing.
I didn't break even. I'm down 1,000, but it was a great experience.
Everyone that makes money in the market, it's long term. Even if you look at the greatest investor of all time, right? Which would be like Warren Buffett.
Shout out to the Omaha God.
Warren Buffett. Everything he's planning is 20 years out, 30 years out.
Yep.
And I don't even think he has 30 years left on him.
No, he has like 2 years.
It's like a breath away.
But good for him though. So for people that's not Warren Buffett, that does not have an endless amount of capital, I don't know if you ever heard of this, Jeremy. Of course you have.
If you heard of it, I'm pretty sure I have.
Safe withdrawal rate. Remember when we first started out 10 years ago?
Yes. It was saying it was like 4%.
No, it was 3% back then.
Really?
It was 3 1/4.
That was over a decade ago. It has to be like 7.
That's excessive, but definitely closer than 3. No, economics say 4% withdrawal rate to be safe. But obviously that has to increase because of
that's what I'm saying.
And
Yeah,
you live longer.
For sure.
So you 7% for an individual like you that's going to live to like 125. Yes.
I'm going for 150, but I'll take 125.
That's going to last like 85. Average woman 90. 4% withdrawal rate is a really safe rate right now, currently in 2024, unless they find some sort of new drug vaccine to extend life. 4%.
But when they say 4%, I wonder how true is it 4%?
I mean,
Like,
it's just
what's that?
math.
What's that like real number in the sense like?
So, okay, that's great. So we live in the Northeast.
Right.
Jeremy's from Jersey. I'm from the greatest city in the world.
I'm from New York, but thank you, appreciate it.
Are you really?
I'm from New York.
What's your driver's license?
New York,
Still?
yes.
Oh, I'm gonna.
I have
report you.
I have rental properties in Jersey,
Oh,
um,
plug.
but I am from and born and raised in New York.
You gonna say hi to your tenants?
After this, probably.
Okay.
Actually, it's the 15th. I need to pick up some rent. I'm sorry, it's the 18th.
Yeah, they're late.
Yeah, they're late.
Not good tenants.
Got to tack on a late fee. But that's a whole different story.
So for us in the Northeast, the Jersey, tri-state area, even down Philly, add them. I consider Philly the six borough. Go Birds.
Definitely not.
We're probably a higher withdrawal rate, right? That's why you see so many snowbirds go down there
Right.
in Florida. People like go to Texas. But now I like to add an asterisk to that because math is math, right?
Sure.
And we like to use sliding scales when it comes to percentages. Just because you go to Florida, if you're not retiring there, you have to understand the macroeconomics of the state of Florida.
Sure.
They probably don't have the highest well-paying jobs.
Right.
As I have a lot of Florida clients.
Everyone always thinks,
It's like, oh, well, everything's so cheap.
yeah, it's
down
cheaper.
here.
The houses are cheaper.
It's cost of living. So
For sure.
Everything is relative. So sure, you can make 150, 250 in New York and feel that you're just getting by, or you can go down to Florida and make 75.
Right.
Or you can do what people in California and New York do, make the money in the bigger markets and then go live like a adage king or queen in those non-state income tax states,
Right.
right?
Actually, a lot of clients lately, since COVID, they've been going back to their home country. Like if they're not from the U.S., they have family like in
Okay.
South America, even like in Puerto Rico, where they've instead of buying a home down south in Georgia, Florida, like most people up north would do.
Yep.
That's what they've been doing.
Nice.
And now the cost of living is way, way cheaper.
Correct. So that would be like a segue into, and I know a lot of people don't have these, but pensions, if you can get a municipal job or
Right.
a federal career where you can be paid a pension, which is essentially a check for life.
Right.
We're talking about fixed income. We're talking about guarantees.
Yeah.
That is a big facet in one's portfolio. The
And
average portfolio is a mixture between like 60% stock, 40% bonds, and fixed income.
Right.
Right. Obviously, you could add, real estate portfolio, speculative things, art, blah, blah, blah. But the average 60-40 portfolio is usually equities to bonds. And then obviously, 60% with the equities, you'll have things like dividend paying stocks that add income, right? So if you can pack your floor with guarantees, you are minimizing, once again, that downside of the fluctuation of the markets. You're mitigating the risk of having to shoot for the stars, and shout out to all the Bitcoin people and altcoins getting that moonshot. I love those moonshots. Never talk about the craters.
Going
but
to the
they
moon.
Love those moonshots.
Everyone talks about Bitcoin at 90, but now when it hit 10,
Diamond hands.
15.
So yeah, I don't want to tell people what to do because this isn't for financial advice. You could talk to me offline, but you don't want to buy things when they're high.
Yeah. You got to
and
buy it while
things
it's
are gonna
quiet.
get higher. That's like backwards thinking because the more people buy at the top, you would need more people to continue to buy high. But whatever, that's just another talk. So just a little nugget there. Just like your groceries and your gas, try to get the lowest price and wait for it to appreciate. And there's always a train. People always have that FOMO, right? It's all these abbreviations that
For sure.
didn't, and acronyms that didn't occur
You
earlier.
you also have people that you mentioned pensions,
Yep,
which they don't really offer that too much anymore.
correct. So they use 401ks.
Right.
Hey, Jeremy, can you tell the people what's the difference between a 401k and a pension?
Sure. So 401k you have control over, somewhat control over. That's usually through your employer. It has stocks, mutual funds, but the employer could really choose or dictate what it is that you have.
And it's also the government
Right.
putting the stipulations on said 401k.
And then you have to wait until you're 59 and a half to even access it. Right.
So you have control of contributions,
Yeah.
meaning you can max them out to whatever, 27%, whatever it is. But the trade-off is it's being locked away.
Yeah. So let's say us that we're in our 30s, you have have to wait almost 30 years to just to touch it. So whatever's going on in it, you really don't have control over it.
If you want to learn to be fiscally focused, click the link below and follow us.